Well, folks, hello and welcome to the lab. Here we have a mess. This is a mess. Oh, hello there. We just see what's inside there. Look at that. That's all carbon. Okay, so, by the way, I don't even know what color this is. Yeah, that's a clear globe. Yeah, you wouldn't know looking at it. From there, you wouldn't even know. So, what we have here, this is an EMBURY 160. And this is a big one, man. This is a big lantern. And it has some cousins that you may recognize. Oh, yeah, okay, here. So, this right here is a Rayo 160. And this was made in this short period of time that EMBURY bought up Rayo and Pritchard Strong, who made Rayos. So they continued it, and yeah. So this is an EMBURY made Rayo. Pretty cool. I may have worded that all wrong, but that's another video. So okay, so we got this here. This was in a batch of lanterns that I had gotten a couple of weeks ago, and I was skeptical. They were fuzzy pictures when I got them, and I won them at an auction. It was a big box of them, and they're all destroyed like this. I mean, pretty much what it said in description was something wrong with all of them. Something's broken on all of them. So yeah. But what I had found so far, so like I think there was like 6 of them, and I've already worked on 3 of them. And they all just looked like garbage, and they all had this awful silver paint, by the way, and same bird shit all over them. But what I had realized is that whatever environment they were kept in, man, they're covered in grime, layers of grime, which you would think was like some kind of black paint, but it's just like some kind of oily shit, like cement-like shit. So it's and it kind of protected things. So I had it. Where's that number 10? Is that one here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had an EMBURY number 10. Most of them are EMBURYs that I had grabbed. An EMBURY number 10, which is rare to me because I've never seen one in person. And it came out great. It was just, I thought it was completely covered in rust, and it turned out to be some kind of awful grime. So here we have, this is very cool. This is like a domed EMBURY cap. Oh, it comes off too. So this one is domed, as you can see, whereas most of the time they look like that. They're flat like that. So either all these that I've seen were like this originally and then got flattened. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. So yeah, it must have been a variation for this model. I don't know. So there's probably the burner dome's probably brass too. So, but we'll see. And I can't wait to show you what's inside there. So it was one thing I had noticed with these other EMBURYs, all of them, that, like I said, you know, kept an environment that was not particularly awful towards metal, but they all had massive amounts of carbon. All the globes were just black like that. And I'm wondering if, you know, people just continued to run them without kerosene in them. That's what I'm thinking. Just massive amounts of carbon. And this one takes cake. Yeah. So I'll show you what that looks like before we take it apart. Let me take a picture here. Click. Look at that. Wow. So I can only imagine what's up in here. Maybe I'll tap on that with a rubber mallet before I pull all of that out. And I'm telling you, man, you know, if you ever like drawn with charcoal and stuff, you know, in art class and everything, man, you just touch that shit and it is all over everything. One little tiny bit, it's just disaster. So yeah, this will be fun. Yeah. All right, let's check this thing out. All right. So, okay, these are from past.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, look at me getting shit all over shit. Those go in there with the other vintage things. The model above this one, well, I don't want to say above, but I'm assuming it's because of the larger fountain. I think it looks like everything's the same, except for the fountain. This one's called a number 162. So maybe that's like a 200 tank, right? I forget what the wording is. Something about tank size. So, look at the size of this thing, man. This thing is a beast. Beast. So, that'll be a future project. I was almost going to do this one, but I'm like, you know what? I like that brass cap. I'm going to do that one first. Okay, so that's off. Very nice. That'll hold the polish real super nice.
Yeah, very good.
Now, let me see. Oh man, and there's all kinds of, what in the hell? There's like a massive amounts of wicks. There's something in there. It looks like a freaking an inch wide wick down there, or a piece of clothing or something. Oh, this is going to be interesting. All right, so what I need, let's see. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, that's not going to even help. I need something bigger than that. Oh, man. Well, maybe I'll just let it make a mess, I guess. Oh, man. Okay. Any embossing for anything? No. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Somebody just burning these things. All of them. Burned them all wrong.
Anyway.
Well, good. It's going to let me get all this up without it making 500,000 tiny drawings all over my cutting board. Well, it's still going to happen. Looks like it. I mean, you'd think you'd learn your lesson, right? But some people, I guess, just, you know, farmhands, right? I don't know. All right. So, this has got, it's got bail locks on both sides. So I'm sure this one's in there. Yeah, I'm not. Okay. But I can get this off of here. Okay, so now there's my sampling brush. So I kind of use this brush a little bit like an anteater samples the inside of a log, you know, and I'm just kind of looking around to see. Which is my go-to for paint removal is the yellow capped heavy duty easy off. I have tried the comparable brands, as they say, compare to what's it, who makes that? Anchor? Who makes that? Procter & Gamble? I don't know who makes it. But yeah, it says, oh, compared to this and that. Yeah, awful. Useless. And of course, you know, like the Dollar General shit that says, oh, compared to this, and they even put the yellow cap on there and shit to fool you. All right, so I don't think I'm going to need to go to paint removal for this. I think my new, oh, I got a nice fresh new wheel too for my bench grinder, because it had, the bench grinder was about the size of this. Yeah, there was hardly any teeth left, and the wires were flying out, and I got one in my foot, and I spent the afternoon at urgent care trying to figure out how we're going to get it out of there. We still don't know. X-rays found 3 wires at the bottom of my foot today, and I got to go see an orthopedic podiatrist and get them taken out, because urgent care is like, nope, no, we can't do any digging. We're not allowed to do digging in there because those things have been in your foot for weeks. Yeah, they've been in there for weeks. I love Emburys, man. They're just built so tough. I never am worried about banging this thing around or anything. Oh yeah, let's find out what the hell kind of wick. I'm going to assume that there's an improvised wick in here, or either that, or I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. Where is our... What is that? What the hell? Okay. So that should have gotten the rest of that wick out of there. Let's see if we can grab it. Am I seeing fur and shit here? I don't even know what all this shit is. All right. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that, man. That was burnt dry. That's what happened. It burnt this shit dry, but like for decades is what it looks like. And what is all this other shit in there? Did they pack this full of cotton like some kind of other lantern? Otherwise, how'd that shit get in there? Because the cap was on, and so is the burner. So I don't know. I don't think something snuck all this shit down through an air tube. Do you? Do you? Yeah. Wow, the bottom of the tank looks great once you get all that shit out of there. Wow, great. You can almost see my face in it. Wow. Man, I just cleaned this all up too, man. Oh, boy, it's everywhere. Ugh. Okay. So I think I'll get some big lumps off of here and this, and go directly to the sink and put some Easy Off on here. I'd love very much to give this thing a bath, but I can do that after to get the paint remover off. Yeah, man, it's so hard for me to tell what is underneath all this. To me, this looks awful. This looks really pitted underneath here, but I don't know. I don't know how many layers of shit there are here. Wait a minute. Okay, I thought I saw brass. Picking through. Okay. I was really excited for a half a second. Yeah. Alright. Now I need to determine what direction this burner comes out. Oh no. So Embry burners typically go counterclockwise. Yeah. Okay, so they go that way, at least according to the 162. So we want to go this direction here. All right, so yeah, and then I'd like to get this off before removing the paint. So we'll look around here and throw some Croil around, drop a few names here and there, and see about getting this off. It looks all right. It looks all right. Okay, and get some to travel down that. Get inside to the burner. Yeah, that's ambitious. So, need to get this going before we think about what's going on inside with the burner. Yeah, it's eating it right up. Okay. All right, well, let's see. I'll let that work for a second while I want to keep doing this because I'm keep dipping my elbows in it. This is it's freaking November now, so I'm wearing long sleeves, and I just don't want to walk around the house all day with black elbows. Let's see if I can get some of this up off of here while we wait for that coil to do some action. I just want to get big lumps off this and off my hand. Do a little finger painting. Let the 409 work on my hands as well as the board. There. Yeah, I just sanded and re-oiled this like 2 days ago. You'd never know it. Oh, now you know. Now you know. Okay. So now we know we want to go this way. You can hear it crunching in there. Silver paint. Okay, so we know that part's clear. It's looking a little toasty in there, for sure. Question is, can I deliver some life-giving coil to that tiny little boy? I may try a little tap-tapper-roo with a hammer. Might be a little early for that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this out without wrecking it. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those, man. It's really, I mean, the burner's really toasted under there. Shit. That's just all condensation is what did that. I mean, the inside tank looks great. It's just condensation sitting in there. Okay, so now I can get this off and work at this properly. Maybe. Now I can get coil into the rest of it. But if I see that this burner's rusted, I'm just going to tear it out. If this looks like, well, it doesn't look all that awful. No? Yeah, I can't even get. I mean, this is my sharpest. My sharpest. Yeah.
You should have an active snow fire. Fire is out. You have smoke conditions.
Well, okay. I'm gonna go try to get this paint off, and then I'll worry about that. But what I think, I'm gonna have to tear this one out by the roots. I've done it before. Let me see if I got any extra burn. I'm sure I got. All right. Well, got the wrong. Yeah, got a ton of them. But oh, here we go. That's a little shorter, but it's all good. That'll work. Okay, yeah, so these are deep. That's a deep. Okay, good. That's good to know. Pass through bayonet and everything. Okay. That's what we need for this right here. You can see that's bent a little bit, probably for me trying to get it out. Yeah. All right. So I think, yeah, I'll wait till after paint removal and we'll just gut that out of there, I think. Damn. I don't know, all of a sudden lately I've had to gut them to get them out. But I don't want to keep wrecking shit like that. There, I don't like doing that. Even though I could bend that right back, I don't like that. And I don't want to keep, even if I say, okay, screw this burner, I'm done with it. Even if I try hitting this out, I got a risk of twisting the neck here. The neck of the cup, the burner cup. Well, I think I'm going to destroy this deliberately. I got it. Son of a bitch. Okay. I didn't even horribly destroy it, or did I? No, I can bend that back. All right. Well, I'll decide down the road whether we want to refurb this and put this one back in. Doesn't seem to be anything special about it. Nope. Same darn thing, just that neck is just a little bit shorter. See that? Tiny little bit. Not enough for anybody to notice. I mean, literally, that's like a quarter of an inch, maybe half an inch, maybe a third. maybe 15/16. Okay. So we'll fix that up. We'll fix that up. Ooh, you know what? I want to try my new grinding wheel. Let me give it a real quick check. Okay, son of a bitch. Serious problem. New grinding wheel is... No, shit. Oh, it sucks. I gotta put the old one back on with no meat on it. No! Shit! It's just too rough, man. Look at that. Yeah, we don't want that, man. It's what my wheel does. At least the one that was on it an hour ago. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, well, I'll show you. I'll show you the two things once I gotta freaking swap them out. Well, yeah, son of a bitch. Well, yeah, so I changed wheels. This is a new wheel I picked up today. I thought it was the same. But maybe it's just different because it's not worn in. I mean, I've had that on there for freaking 20 years. So anyway, I worked on this a little bit, and you can see the metal's all great. This cleaned up beautifully. And that cleaned up nice. That cleaned up nice. I mean, I'll get in there with Dremel tools, but... And I'll reassemble that. And we'll put that baby right back in. Why not? We'll keep this around just in case. And I did the cab. Look at that. Yeah. Nice. I'm not going to need paint removal from this, obviously. Now, I'm going to go off the paint with this stuff and then make my dinner and this and this and that. I wonder if somebody tried using something like wool or something funky for a wick. Maybe that's why all that shit was in there. Maybe there was maybe somebody tried making a wick out of wool or something like that, and then it just freaking rotted. Like the air tubes have got some things to offer. I think they tried burning some kind of funky oil in here, because look at this, like shiny shit. I thought it was wet for a minute, but I wonder if they tried putting like olive oil or something in here and try and burn it. That would not. Maybe that's why this shit was all super carbony. They were probably trying to like recycle freaking motor oil or something. I'd smell it though, and it would line the tank with it. I don't know, man. Okay, we're gonna go to paint, and I'll be back after I get. Boy, I hope it comes off easy. I know it's not. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll give this a bath first because I don't need that. I want to make sure that the Easy Off has the easiest path to the paint as opposed to all this crud. Can't tell if that's crud or non-paint areas. I do not know. All right. Off the paint removal. And I'll be back after that. It could be tomorrow. We'll see. It is. Oh, yeah. It'll probably be tomorrow. It's 8:45. I haven't had dinner yet. And I got a bunch of, a couple videos to edit. Okay. We'll be back. Okay. Well, we are back from paint removal. And holy shit. Wow. So I was right, man, that was just layers of shit and grime and some kind of cement-like greasy shit that the Easy Off kind of really did help chew through. It took a couple applications, but holy smokes, man. Wow, this is going to be so clean. I mean, immaculate. See, around here, like, it looks like somebody had tried removing some prior stuff, doesn't it? I mean, it looks like what, like a sanded bedroom or like a sanded car. You know what I mean? I wonder if somebody had tried sanding off some of the older shit before repainting it. But I think that, yeah, I think there's some nice bright. Looks like they had tin that was like, like metallic almost. Oh. Like flat. I'm sorry. They had a tin that was flat. Remember seeing that on a couple of Embry's, but that could have been a paint job. Maybe it was a paint job. But wow, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So I've been thinking about it sitting here too. I've been in here doing past projects and things, but I want to get this put back together because it's bugging me. And we'll pop this back in. Oh man, how much of that was I recording? Oh man, I just went and went, hey, thumbs up that I got it all back together and everything. And I looked at the screen and it wasn't freaking recording. Yeah, I gotta do something about this phone of mine. Okay, well, in any case, everything's all back on here. Can you believe that's what we started with in there? I thought we're gonna have to destroy this thing and get it all out, and now it is good as new. That's all straightened out. That's straightened out. That's straightened out from me beating on it. That's all in it. Yeah, great. All right. Awesome. I don't need this possible donor anymore, so I'll put that back where it's supposed to go. Now to take this to the bench grinder. I just can't wait. I had to go back to my little tiny nub of a remainder of a... You know what? I should just show you. You know, hold on a minute. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm bummed about with my bench grinder. Okay, so here's my bench grinder, and here's the wheel I've been using for like 10 years, maybe even longer, and it looks the same as this. So, but this is really good to lantern steel. It really is. It's really gentle with it. And I went and got a new wheel, and I went to Lowe's. They didn't have any wire wheels. I don't know. I freaking don't know why. It's freaking Lowe's, man. I don't get it. But I went to Harbor Freight, found one. They're cheap. This was like $5. It was under $5. So I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to get home and put a fresh lantern on there. And it almost, I tested it, was a piece of junk. Where the hell did that thing go? Oh, there it is. And yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a different gauge. Sure looks the same to me, but I'm like, you know what? I had to go to Harbor Freight, and this was like the only one. So I ordered a fine wire brush from Amazon. I actually ordered a brass coated one and a steel one because they were inexpensive. So they should be here tomorrow. It's gonna be tough getting around this gigantic lantern. About this much meat left, but you can see how much is worn away. I really hadn't noticed until lately. I think this thing had just decided to start really spitting out pieces and just kind of dwindling down. So that's why I'm gonna bring the lantern over to that, and it's really hard because of all this and this to get a big lantern like this and work it all around. So it's been shrinking. The amount of area on a lantern that I can get at with that has been shrinking because of that shrinking there. So that's the deal with my bench grinder woes. A lot of people are, you know, they probably wonder why I don't show the bench grinding on in the videos anymore. It's a gun and a bench grinder. I mean, you know, I don't know. I started doing it for a while. I'm like, you know, it all just ends up in a big long time lapse and everything anyway. So I hadn't done it. But if you guys want to see it in the videos, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you want me to start adding back in my my bench grinder parts of restorations. And people that are always wondering about the radio, well, there's the radio. I have it on a movable cart. I got all my radios and stuff, scanners, vintage scanner down there. Another radio that works great. But I'm listening to this one today, and listen to my guys. And so when I'm not using this, I kind of wheel that right over down here, right by me, so I can tune my stuff. All right, let's get back to this thing. Oh, well, I should have just said that a second ago. All right, yeah, I'm going to the bench grinder with this. And, yeah, I'll be back. Oh, yeah, I already put this on the bench grinder. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll be back. This is going to look great. Wow. Yeah, this is great, man. Great. 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 Yeah, the only area with any issue at all is around that burner there. And knock that down, because I know I'll freaking hook something on it and it'll break it off or something. So get that bent back. Now, so I just want to clean that up right there because it's bugging the heck out of me. So is that. That's bugging me. But maybe you know what I'll do? I'm going to use up what's left of this so I can get rid of it. And I'll just work on this a little bit. We'll see. Well, I'm going to use this up before going to maybe a fresh one to start on the rest of this. That deserves a nice, fresh tool. Okay. So let's do that. All right, now, okay, I used that up pretty quick. There was not much meat left on there, but I did get a good amount done with it before I threw it away. So now I'm going to junk bit, and I've been concentrating on this manifold here purely because it just completely does not match the condition of the rest of this. It's the only area with any chewage. Chewage, that's a new word. That's a new lantern word. This is suffering from some chewage in there. So I'm trying to see, will this tool fit in there? No, it won't. But at least I can get burner cup. The burner cup ended up looking really nice, considering how badly that was rusted in there. Shaping up. This is pretty much, yeah, this is like the most time I've spent on a manifold. That's funny. Okay, let's get at this thing with a junk bit. Okay, now, wow. This is a delight, man. It's a delight to work on something that's turning out so beautiful. Great. Only problem I have with it is that I have no room. I have no room to keep anything, man. Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like I'm overwhelmed a little bit. I'm not big on clutter these days. So having a bunch of lanterns around is beautiful because I love them all, but the numbers are growing. It's kind of like, cats. Having cats. Crazy cat lady. I got a couple cats. What are you gonna do, right? All right, let's go on to a nice fresh wire wheel. Okay, now I just tossed. Where the heck did it go? There. I'm gonna go to a French. Wow. All right, let me start over. Okay, so did a little work with the wire. Oh wow. Boy. That's the Walmart brand wire wheel. Boy, that's... How did I toast that so bad on something in good shape like this? I don't know. I might come back to that in a minute, but... So this, we're going to do pointy bit, and this will be great to get in that... down in the manifold a little bit there. Clean it up a bit when it's fresh like this. Do some sweeping up. Looks like an old broom, doesn't it? All right, so we're gonna go pointy bit, and then I'll throw a 800 grit on here and give things a 1/over globe plate, and this, and boom, boom, boom. Yeah, wow, this is looking really great. I'm happy with it. All right, I think we're gonna I just gave it a once over with the 800 grit. Now we're gonna steel wool it. Yeah, and then we'll oil it and delight in its beauty. Maybe we'll light it. What do you think? Should we light it? I've been lighting lanterns lately. Had a long span. I mean, it's summertime, Summertime here, and it's like, light out until like 9:30 at night, It's just, now things are different. Now these things give out heat. It's cold. It is November right now. It is 30 degrees here. But it's more lantern weather. It's more lantern season for me is when it comes to lighting them. Preparing my household for warmth. I picked up a couple of heaters. I now have 3 kerosene heaters that I had picked up in the last couple months that are very old, but are complete and functional. So I'm gonna heat my house with some vintage heaters, kerosene heaters, and of course I have kerosene around, and I have a bunch of, the reason I'm liking these vintage kerosene heaters because they're giant lanterns. They really are. Yeah. In fact, here, let me show you one that I just grabbed yesterday. I'll show you real quick here. That is a giant lantern, and that's what that is. Yep. That's an Aladdin, and that'll be a project, an upcoming project. Can't wait to get that all fired up and cleaned up. All right. Okay, so let's do. What happened to our? There we go. Okay. Well, dude. Wow. Look at this. Fantastic. Wow. I mean, this is, yeah. I mean, it's probably 90 years old. 95. Maybe older than that. Very cool. I'd say it's at least 90 years old, I would say. Yeah, this looks great. Let's oil it up. And maybe we'll throw some kerosene in it. Maybe. All right, let's do it up. Okay. Wow. Looking awesome. Awesome.
That's what happens when you insist on only running old crap.
Okay, now bending that back. Oh boy. This pair of needle nose, they look like they're nice and tough, but they suck. And they have been sucking around here in my toolbox for years. Let's see if this will even do this. Bend this back for us. See, I put freaking tool marks in it. Yeah. Oh, it pisses me off. Alright, so that's in, but goddamn tool marks pissing me off a little bit. Alright. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, now I'm still seeing. Okay. Little bit showing of oil that I didn't quite get up. Alright, so that's done. You can go back there. Now we gotta find. Yeah, that's not going back yet. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this nasty little part down here. Okay, then we got wick going down into a spotless tank. Now we need a globe, and I have a globe. I'm gonna go clean it up real quick because I am oily and all that, and it is dusty. Yeah, here we go. Nice, thick, heavy, squat globe. Oh. Ooh, I just discovered. Okay, I did not wipe out the inside of the chimney. That would have been smoky smelliness. Yeah. All right. Nice. Now. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Sweet. All right, let's throw some fuel in. All right, I'm just laying out enough to put about a 1/4 inch on the bottom of the tank. Most of that will go up into the wick. Well, I just want to fire it up, and I'm probably gonna find a new home for this. It's gorgeous, but it's gigantic, man. Freaking gigantic. I just don't have the room in here. It bums me out that I don't. I wish I had twice the room I had now. I mean, yeah, it's just clutter. I don't like the clutterness of too many lanterns. I want to keep them all, man. It's like, yeah, like I said, it's like freaking having kittens or puppies or something. It's like you gotta like a cat or a dog that has like a litter of like 9, and you want to keep them all because you love them all, but you can't. You just can't. It's not realistic. All right, look at this thing, man. Freaking 160. Beautiful, beautiful. I am curious about what the deal is with this 160 that it deserves the brass cap. You know, I mean, maybe all the Supremes are that step up. Maybe that's what it is. But I got a number of Supremes, I think, that do not have the. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of the Supremes I've gotten were like missing caps or had like replacement caps. So maybe they were all supposed to come. I don't know, man. I'll have to go look at a catalog. That's what I'll have to do. I wish I had my laptop here. I'd check right now. Anyway, so right now we are waiting for the wick to do its wicking. Let me just give a peek here and make sure. Yeah, it's already. I can see it going. Oh, yeah. Not up there yet, but it's up as far as I can see it. And about here. Okay. Yeah, like literally like a quarter of an inch on the bottom, but that's plenty. That's plenty to give us a good amount of time play here. Yep. I'll keep an eye out for a pinkish hue because there's my kerosene is red, so at least it's half red and half K1. Purely because I just mixed a couple batches of grabbing it at the store. So K1 bird's a little cleaner. It's but I really don't mind the red dyed stuff, which a lot of people say is a lot stinkier. I like the smell. So hey, what are you gonna do? I'm just looking at the action here. I like it that it comes up and tilts forward a little bit. Like it. This globe feels tall to me. But hey, that's a squat. It is a proper squat. Okay, we're there. We have wickage. All right. Well, let's get prepared here to fire this thing up. Well, let's come down and get a look at it before we turn some lights off and fire it up and things. Here we are, man. That's what makes me think maybe the globe's a little tall. I'm not sure. See that little space right there? But yeah, you can see just this. There we go. Look at that metal, man. Great. Yeah. And it's got all its. It still has all its beautiful patina. Beautiful colors. Yeah, love it. And it's showing its age. It's also showing how beauteous it is. All right, now that we have given it a look over and are satisfied, let's light her up. Okay. And we'll supervise your baby, who is always lit here in the lab. He's going on union break now. All right, so now let's fire it up. Got my Zaffron tin of matches. Oh yeah. All right, now I'm gonna let that burn and heat up. That flame will start getting a little bigger, a little brighter once we start getting some air moving, get some good flow coming out. Ah, great flame, man. Awesome. All right. We have done it. We have done it. We're all done here. There we are. Lights up everything in here. All right, buddy? What do you think? He's on there for the warmth of the tubes, but I'm sure he's noticing the heat coming off that lantern. What do you think, buddy? Yeah. There you go. Oh, yeah, see that flame's getting a little bigger now that things are warming up. That wasn't smoking, but that was almost that smoking. But that's got to be a good inch tall flame right there. And could probably even do a little bit better than that with a really, really well trimmed wick. I like the way I trim mine. Round them on the edges a little bit, kind of cut down on them horns. All right. Hey, folks. Boop. Here we have, is that? I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Not with the shape this thing's in. All right. Well, folks, let's put some light back on the situation here. Yep. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me, man, for this beautiful Embury Supreme number 160. And until next time, folks, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.